Hello, welcome everybody. Hi there, and a very special welcome to our returning author, Elizabeth Scollon. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi. Congratulations again. It's book launch day.
Yes, I can't believe it. Exactly a year later, I'm launching my second book. It's
Y-
amazing.
yes, you have been a busy lady. Can you tell everybody the title of this new book?
The title of this one is The Adventures of Shadow Finding a Home.
Mm, nice, very nice. Well, I had a lot of fun reading it, a continuation of that first book that you wrote. So let's talk about this new book. What is this
Mm,
book about, and who is it for?
Well, this book is about Shadow, and
Yeah.
sorry, and it comes out today because it would have been his 13th birthday.
Oh, I know
And it
there's a lot of.
starts from the very beginning,
Hmm.
when he was adopted. So
Hmm.
finding him, his forever home. He was born near the Musconetcon River in New Jersey. Um, and he was a feisty little devil.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed reading his beginnings in your book, and I think that children are going to really, really enjoy this book. And I know there's tears because you love your dog so much, um, and it's in memory of him. So, um, so it is okay if tears come up, friends. That's what's happening here. But what a beautiful legacy that you are leaving behind because he meant so much to you. So, The Adventures of Shadow: Finding a Home is available today, friends. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Follow the journey of this dog through adoption, and I really enjoyed the story. I love the illustrations. Elizabeth, who would you say that this book is for?
Oh, it's for everybody, for young children, ages 3 to 10. And the whole thing behind this is to teach about adoption. My kids are actually adopted, and it's mentioned
Mm.
in the book. And having adoption days and going and picking out an animal that really loves you and needs you and actually, I was living in New Jersey and now I'm here in Florida, and Shadow and I made the journey here together. And before I moved, I was bringing everything to my local shelter, um, blankets, food, medicine. And that's one of the things I want to teach children is not only are the pets in need of being adopted, but you can help out your local shelters by bringing stuff that they really need. And each shelter is a little different, so you could even ask your local shelter what they need the most. And actually, I'm going to be donating a portion of the sales from every book to a local shelter.
How beautiful. That's so nice. I really appreciated that about the book, how much it talks about not just adopting a pet, because I was thinking about that. You're also encouraging people to donate things to
Right.
the places. That is so good. So good. So this is the second children's book that you've published with us. Congratulations, a year
Thank
later,
you.
very fast. What inspired you to write another book?
Um, because Shadow's story had to be told, and I believe so much in, either adopting or fostering or just bringing what you have to your local shelters. And I've even put in this book about becoming a service dog. Over 40 years ago, my first dog, Nanook, who is mentioned in the book, I would bring him to see my grandmother in the nursing home. So I was doing service dogs before it was a thing.
Mm.
And to see people's eyes light up, when you brought them to the nursing home, they don't get to see pets. And then once my daughter was born, I would bring not only Nanook, but my daughter. So they would love to see a baby, a pet. And that's what I'm also pushing in the book is to have my next animal become a service dog, which I hope to get another dog after the holidays. And an important reason for that is that sometimes, unfortunately, after holidays, some pets are returned.
Mm.
So I know there is a pet who will be out there waiting for me to adopt them again and get a great life and to become a service dog so that we could go on many adventures together, to schools and nursing homes, wherever, we're needed.
That's so perfect. That's so perfect. Okay, Elizabeth, so The Adventures of Shadow Finding a Home launches today.
Mhm.
I know you've got your first book in front of you. Can you show everybody your first book and
Sure.
let's tell them what this book is about.
So this book, Cousins, Cousins Everywhere, is about cousins. And in Canada, Florida, Missouri, California, New York, New Jersey. So it also even teaches about, going to visiting different states and, you know, learning the cultures, and family is everything. And I actually found this and I now bring it with me. And that's like my mantra now, family is everything, which is kind of said in this book. And it continues in this book with Shadow because he's finding a home and finding a family. So actually, after I'll be taking a trip back up to New Jersey. I'll be going July 20th to the 31st. While I'm up there, geez, I'll be visiting my cousins.
Yes,
so,
that's great.
so I'll be going to Long Island, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, getting to celebrate with my son for his 32nd birthday. And while I'm
Nice.
up there, I'm also going to go back to my library in New Jersey where I did my first book signing. And I'm going to do another book signing up there in New Jersey. So
Beautiful.
full
That's so good.
circle in many ways.
Yes, definitely. 1 year full circle, lots of great things. Okay, so friends, both books, The Adventures of Shadow, Finding a Home, and Cousins Everywhere are available on Amazon. So please go there. You're going to find them in softcover, hardcover, ebook format. And these are, you heard it from Elizabeth. She says family is everything. Family and our pets, they're everything. So make sure to buy these books and share them with the children in your lives. Oh, and that's Shadow.
Well,
That's a,
his stuffed shadow. I
yes,
bought
it's
him when
stuffed
I was
Shadow.
doing the first book. I knew at his age, at 12, he wouldn't be with me long, and this one now is with me forever. And he'll be going on, book signings and to school events. Actually, this
Okay,
week
good.
school starts here in Florida, August 10th to the 13th. So once school's in, I'll be
That's exciting.
scheduling your visit, and I could bring this shadow with me.
That is very exciting. Okay, I want to ask you about the process of writing. How was the process different this second time from the first time?
Well, I guess it was a little easier in some ways, because I knew everything I had to get done. Going through the edits with Sharon again, she did my edits again this time, so I was really glad to have that. And then, working with my illustrator to, get everything done, knew the storyboards, how they had to come, and all that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So
So
it just,
a little bit easier?
yeah, it was a little easier, because actually I didn't start this process this time till January,
Okay.
um, because I moved here in mid-October. So I had to get a little unpacking done. It's still a
Of,
lot more to go, but
of course. So in 7 months, this is great. This is good. What would you say was your biggest challenge when writing the second book?
um, unlike most authors, when I write very little and have to expand on it, which I guess is a really good
Okay.
thing. I know most authors, they write too much and then have to chop stuff. So I'm just the opposite from most people.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. And then through the editing process, you expand on what you need to. I like that plan. I
But
like it.
yeah,
So, what was it like working with your illustrator for the second time?
um, it was fun. It was interesting. She already knew a lot of the characters because of my son and daughter were in the first book, and of course Shadow was in that book. Um, but it also introduces my husband into this book. So, and actually, in the first book, my children's names are not really used. But in this book, they both said that I could actually use their real names.
Mm,
So that was nice. And of
very
course, there are other characters in the book, not mentioned by names, but in the dedication, who are family members or friends, and that are also in the book.
nice. I like it how when authors make it their own, right? And we're leaving those little Easter eggs, and the people in our lives get to see that. So, what does it feel like to have another children's book out in the world?
Uh, Unbelievable.
Yes.
If somebody had said to me 2 years ago, "Oh, you'll have two children's books out there," I would have said, "You're crazy."
Mm,
you know, and knowing that I would be retiring soon and not ever thinking that somehow I'll still be in schools because I'll be going around and showing my books and reading to
okay.
kids. And I haven't done so yet, but I've stopped at my local Barnes and Noble. So I hope to do that in a couple of local bookstores. There are more down here than I thought there'd be.
Good.
So I'm going to be pursuing that too.
That's
Oh,
excellent.
plus I've
Mhm.
done a lot of vendor fairs.
Vendor
I did,
fairs. Okay.
yeah, I've gone July 25th, August 2nd, and then October 18th, November 8th, I'll be doing one here. And then actually in December, from the 7th to the 13th, I'll be back up in Jersey. So I'll probably stop by and be meeting with friends and signing books up there and doing it all
Excellent.
again.
Oh, well, so much fun. Okay, so if people want to see you at any of these places, do you put that information on your social media or your
Yeah,
website?
yeah, I
Okay.
put it on Facebook and yeah, and
Okay.
I'll be getting it up onto my website too. I have to get that done too.
Okay. All right. So why don't you tell everybody where they can find you so that they go see you if you're in their area, they can come and get a book signed.
Well, when I'm going to be, where's the exact date? I have it down here. August 26th from 6 to 7:30, I'll be at the main library in Flemington, New Jersey. And they could see me at elizabethscollonbooks.com. Facebook, it's Elizabeth Scollon dash author. And then on in, Instagram, it's Elizabeth Scollon underscore author. So those are the
Beautiful. So good.
places.
So good. It's so nice if you're in those areas to bring your child, your grandchild to meet an actual author. They will have so much fun with that. And then of course getting their book signed by an author. That's so special. But if you're not in those areas, friends, make sure to go to Amazon. The best thing that we could do for authors is support them. Purchase their books. You know, you heard from Elizabeth that she's also donating some of the proceeds to local shelters. That's so important. And tell your child about that. Proceeds from this book are going towards local shelters. We should all be encouraging our kids and teaching them young to do the same.
I
Now, Elizabeth, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, when I do schools, I'm going to be asking the school which local shelter they want that donation
Okay.
to go to. So it's going to be very personal to a school system when I go to see them.
So good, so good. So you can find out about that if you're an educator, if you work in a school and you want to bring Elizabeth to your school, find her on her website. So, Elizabeth, I'm so proud of you. In a year, basically, you have published two amazing children's books. What advice do you have for an author who has already published one and is thinking about maybe going for their second book?
Not to give up, to keep dreaming. It's possible. I mean, I did it, and I was packing up my house and moving at the same time. And then, decided, yep, enough unpacking. It's start time to start writing and get the second book out. And this book actually, uh, if this is the postcard I send out to all my ambassadors, because many of my ambassadors aren't on social media. So I do it the old fashioned way and let them know, this book is also going to help local shelters. And I'm hoping that his book takes on a life of his own and really helps shelters, because not only monetary, but all the donations, I'm hoping that children and their parents realize, you know, here's an old blanket. There is a shelter nearby where there's some pet who could use it, or food. I had bags of food my dog never got to eat, and I donated that to the local ASPCA. So there's
Perfect.
lots of ways to help.
Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Okay, Elizabeth, well, this has been so much fun talking to you.
Thank
Friends, you know
you.
what to do. Go find Elizabeth on socials. But before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to share or anything that you wish I would have asked you?
Mm, No, just my big thing is adopt, don't shop.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, thank you everybody for being here. We'll see you very soon. Elizabeth, have a great day. Thanks.
Bye.